Hi, my friends. Teresa here. How are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I got to turn my phone off. And I want to thank you so much for jumping on my Thoughtful Thursday. So appreciate you being a part of this. I am bringing some information to you from my new favorite book, The Magic of Thinking Big. Absolutely love it. It's an older book, but it is so good. And I wanted to share something with you that I've thought for a long time. But I just thought I would share it because that's what I do. I love gathering information and that sharing it with people when I'm inspired to do so. So this gentleman, David Schwartz, talks all about the importance of, thinking big and acting big and getting respect that way and having respect for yourself, and so that other people will respect you. So one of the points he brought up was looking respectful. Okay, having respect for yourself and dressing well, dressing so your appearance projects self-confidence and respect for yourself, because self-respect shows up in everything we do. Our appearance speaks at first before anybody actually talks to us. So his suggestion is never leave home without, dressing good and looking like the person you want to be, or looking like the person you want to project as a person that's confident, full of self-respect, and that gets that energy back from other people. So look like you respect yourself. And I went through this. I make sure I dress every day. Yes, I wear exercise clothes in the morning when I'm working out. And yes, you've seen me in those, but I always make it a point to get into some clothing every day, something different. And even if I'm not going anywhere, because it just makes me feel good. It makes me feel good about myself. And it gives me a different role to play that day, if that makes sense. When I was working as a public school teacher, I had my clothes that I wore to work, and they were like my uniform. Yes, they were different every day, and I picked them out, but they were my school clothes. They were my work clothes, and I put them on because that allowed me to slip into that role of being the teacher. Some days, on Fridays, we were allowed to wear jeans or be more casual. And when I tried that, sometimes I slipped into a more casual role. Yes, I was the teacher, but it was a more casual teacher. And I don't know if that was always good. I didn't really like that because I felt I was treated different from the kids because I was more relaxed and, I'm not going to say the word lackadaisical because that wasn't it, but it was just more not a teacher. And so I always made it a point that I was the teacher. So I wore those clothes for a reason. And then at one point we were going to have the kids wear uniforms, and then that never happened. But I never thought that was a good idea until I realized how important clothing plays in acting a certain way. My husband was a police officer for a long time. He had a uniform. That uniform gave off an energy of authority and somebody who was a person to respect and pay attention to. Just like people in our military, they have their uniform. And when you see somebody in that uniform, you just treat them differently than when they're not in uniform. So there's something about the way our clothing spews a certain energy or projects a certain idea to other people. So I've always felt it's important for me to project a certain type of energy. So for me personally, it's important that I tend to dress business casual all the time, even at home. I have a few clothing items that are really, relaxed and comfy, but for the most part, I wear like business casual, which might be really weird to some people. But even though we try not to think of ourselves as superficial, we still judge somebody by our first impression of them when we see them. It's not an intentional way to be, it's just something that happens. So I like to project a certain persona, a certain energy to other people. And hopefully it's a positive, good one. I don't know. I've never really discussed this with anybody, but just something to think about. You don't have to make any decisions or many changes for yourself, but you might want to. Again, it's my job to offer a different perspective to you, a different way of thinking, plant some seeds, and see if it's something that resonates with you. So, just an invitation to think about, have an awareness about what you wear, how it projects a certain energy to people, and see if wearing something different allows you to feel different. And then let me know. All right, my friends, thank you so much for jumping on my Thoughtful Thursday. You go about your business and have a fantastic, super califragilistic, awesome day. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.